All right, Doc's Pontiac Garage. Today we're going to put a rear brake line in, front to back. We're going to come all the way down here. We're going to go to the back of the proportioning valve if we can find it. Oh, right there. From there, all the way back along the frame rail. I go through that hole right there. What a nightmare. Anyway, rear brake line, 66 GTO. Front to rear. What I like to do is I like to take a 72-inch, quarter-inch brake line, bend it through, get it through the hole, hook it on that, give yourself a curve. In this GTO model, we have braces. Go up around the curve, go through the porthole, do the best you can with the lines, keeping them straight. Come on down, come on down, come on down. I feel like I'm on The Price is Right. There's a guy at Wawa. He's all crazy at the desk. Anyway, Willow Grove Wawa. I don't know if you people know what I mean. Anyway, so we're coming around and we're going to put in the last piece. What I did find out, folks, is that when you're flaring these things, you should do it out of the car. It gives you a much better flare. I think, now unless I jinx this, but I think that's going to be a real... I made that. But I was able to make it in the bench. I think it's better to do it that way. Double flare, and this is the line I made. 72-inch, quarter-inch, and then a 60, I think, or even a 51 would probably get you there. Anyway, folks, use your flaring tool in the vise. I think it gives you a much better job. Remember, the factory fittings have to fit. The fittings they sell you aftermarket don't have to fit. That's why I always like to use factory fittings, clean them up. Installing the third brake hose. I like to put the white stripe down. Probably doesn't matter, but make sure that when it sits, it's going to sit level. You don't want it twisted. You don't want it like that. You want it to sit straight when it comes out of that wall there. You see that? You also want to make sure it's flush. Make sure your clip is really on there. Anyway, that's your situation. Hooking up the curved brake line now. Doc's Pontiac Garage. Brake line with T-hose, front to back, 66, 67. Shit, if you were creative, you could probably make it fit all your cars. All right, Doc, so I got all done, but I'm having a hard time getting that hose, that line, to fit. I mean, I bent it. Here's what I say. The final tweaking of all fittings should be done with your wrench. In other words, if I wanted to bend that, I would use the wrench. Just don't go all the threads to bend it. And that's how you'll get the right angle. Use your wrench to bend it. Final cut. Finishing it out. That's how you should look, basically, or something of the sort. Got our upper control arms mounted. I like to white line my bolts when they're torqued, because that way I know I torqued them properly. Make sure your hose comes out straight. I like to white line it. And did a nice job here with this and up into the proportioning valve. Anyway, Doc's Pontiac Garage, we're going to install a 355 safety track posi rear axle. My cousin Vinny. Anyway, shouting it out to Vinny Wardle out there, elementary school buddy that hooked me up with a very good friend. And if it wasn't for Vinny, you might have never met. So how about you, Vinny? Shouting one out to you. Building my man Joe Brink a hell of a GTO. Anyway, Doc's Pontiac Garage. Don't forget to like me on YouTube, and I'll catch you.